Hello, hello, welcome. This is the How to Start Your Blog series where you literally get to watch me build a blog from zero over the next 1 year span. And my goal with this video series is to perhaps inspire you to look at what you could do and how maybe you could also blog. Now, I used Facebook. Facebook is my jam. Social media is awesome. And while it has worked for me and it has brought a lot of profit into my business, I've also found that as a mom with a family who started a business to have a little more time with my family while making money at the same time, I found myself getting really burnt out just using social media. And I am not a naturally tech savvy person. Technology is not my first language. But what I realized quickly was that I had learned how to use Facebook and I learned all the tools that come with Facebook. Can I get an amen for how many tools are available within Facebook? It's incredible. And they offer it to us for free. However, they have control over all of that. And I don't like that. And if you've been on Facebook for any length of time, you know that the algorithms change. We've lost access to Facebook a couple of times, even Instagram. Facebook and Instagram are owned by the same people. And you may or may not be able to post certain things. Your post may be deleted. You may or may not be able to comment. You may or may not be able to message people. And people get frustrated by that. However, I think we forget that none of us are paying for Facebook. None of us are paying for this service. We do not own the rights to anything we're creating on social media. So this series that I'm creating for you for the next year is in hopes to inspire you to see that if you're able to build a Facebook page, a Facebook profile, that you've gotten creative enough to decide what you're going to talk about, who you're going to talk to, and how you're going to promote yourself utilizing this free Facebook tool. That means you can also craft your own space where you are not going to be shut down or told what you can or cannot talk to on your own platform for not very much money. So let's dive in. And in case we haven't met before, I'm Michelle Keneally, and if you're watching this right now on my Facebook page called Juggling Life All Day with Michelle Keneally, I'm super grateful for you. I'm going to be taking you on this journey and showing you how I'm building my Facebook page, my YouTube channel, and Pinterest, and I'm going to be leveraging Google, obviously with the blog, and I'm going to be leveraging free social media tools. I'm going to be leveraging how people search for information, and I'm going to be creating a space so that people can get help from me, so I can help them and offer them something that they need with my blog. And then I'll be using social media and YouTube and Pinterest for free, not paying for ads, to attract people towards me in order to build my business that way. Okay, I am just going to share this journey with you, and my intention here is to inspire you. So most people get stopped in their tracks on what to blog about or if they should blog because it seems like the technology or the knowledge on how to set up a blog is something that they cannot overcome. Raising my hand over here, that was me. I did not want to set up a blog because I didn't think I could set it up. And I didn't want to pay someone because I didn't have any money to pay someone to set it up for me. I didn't have the vision, the creativity to think about what a blog might look like. My brain just doesn't really work that way. But what I realized was that I was getting creative on Facebook. I figured out how to create a cover page. I figured out how to use Facebook groups. I figured out how to do live videos. I figured out how to do recorded videos. I figured out how to send messages. I figured out how to create documents. There's so many things within Facebook that I did figure out, and I thought, and as Facebook changes and offered more things, I learned how to use all of those things. I just fumbled around. I just experimented. I tried it out and it worked. So I got over myself and I decided I'm going to learn how to use a blog and build that alongside my social media so that I'm allowing my blog to work for me. Now, I started a blog about a year ago, and it's a hot mess, okay? It's not put together very well, but I did it anyways. I was just experimenting and figuring out how to do it. I've taken tons of courses and kind of learned the errors of my ways, but I also realized that even though my blog wasn't perfect, it still made money for me. So that's kind of what inspired me to create this series, is because I thought to myself, why not share this journey? Why be private about it? Why just disappear from Facebook and not tell everyone, like, hey, I'm maximizing my efforts for my business over here, and I'm just going to show up for you a little bit over here. And also I was trying to figure out, how would I explain that I was using a blog more often. Also, I kind of don't have the ability to not share what's really happening in my life. I do better if I just talk through the journey and I try to help other people. I don't know if I'm just built that way or what, but it seems to be something I just have done my whole life. And so that's the only way I know how to process it. And if that's something that you've been thinking about or wondering if you can do, my intention is to reach you. My intention is to help inspire you to get out of your head and to start something that you feel inside of you that you should probably be doing. Now, if you're on Facebook, you can find the sign up button on my page, Juggling Life All Day, to find the free workshop I put together to show you actually how to set up your blog step by step. If you're on YouTube, you can look in the description below for that link to that free workshop that just kind of shows you the technology side of things, and also some mindset on, how you can create a business from home using what you know. It's a free workshop. I think that because I'm not a naturally tech savvy person, I really broke it down into like little bitsy steps that you can actually understand and hopefully not get lost. So you can take it at your own pace, and you can pause videos, you can watch a video and then set up and get yourself going that way. And my intention for this whole video series is just to kind of like be blogging buddies and to do it together, okay? So I definitely want to get your feedback on how it's going for you, what you named your blog, and I want to know you're out there. I want to know that we're doing this and we're in this together. Cheers. Another one of the questions I get a lot of times is, yeah, I think I know that blogging is probably the better option for me, but I don't know what to blog about. And I want to just stop you right there and pull you out of your head that tells you can't do something. Because if you're already using Facebook and you're already connecting with people and you're promoting a business that you have, you are already talking about stuff, right? You're already creating posts. Maybe you're on Instagram creating posts. You're already crafting things that would let people know you're open for business. You're messaging people. You're commenting in groups. You're doing all of this labor-intensive work that you could be doing on a blog that helps people solve a problem. It helps to entertain them, perhaps. It helps to inspire them. I'm not sure what you do on your own profile now or on your business page or how you help people. If you're not helping people now on social media and you're not making money now on social media, that might be why. People will connect with you if you help them in some way. People want to know what's in it for them. And you know some things that could help them. You could talk about things that could inspire people. And that's where we're going to go in this video today. We're going to talk about what is it that you already know. I've created 2 videos so far in this series, and the first one was talking about what would be your motivation behind starting. I encourage you to go back through the playlist of these videos and walk through this journey with me and just kind of go step by step. And then think about these questions, okay? I'm really breaking it down. I'm literally going to make 365 videos for you to break it down very simply, okay? So, I've got a big project ahead of me, don't I? But I am committed. It is going to happen. I'm going to help you. I'm going to show you everything that happens, the good, the bad, the ugly. And I'm going to hopefully help you along the way, okay? So it's not going to be just about me. It's going to be about you too. Okay, so this week, this whole series right this week is about finding your idea, where to start, how to, decide to start a blog, okay? It takes time. And I'm going to put you to work. I'm going to have you take action steps in every single video, because action will breed your ideas and it will actually push you into what your blog is going to be about. Okay, so you have to take little action steps. I'm looking at my notes here because I don't want to forget. I do have a problem with going on a tangent. So we talked a little bit yesterday about what are the things you like talking about? What do people come to you as far as like what questions do they ask you all the time? What are things that seem like common sense that you do in your everyday life, but you just love it? Like you just love it? Or what is something that you really love talking about, that you research all the time? You're kind of obsessed with looking up how to do a certain thing. What books do you find yourself reading all the time that you just love this certain topic? It's just like it lights you up on fire. Or is there a kind of a journey that you're on? Like, I don't know, me with creating a blog, like that's my journey. I'm on this journey to, some people maybe are on a health journey, like they have autoimmune conditions that they're going through, or, parenting, you're beginning your parenting life. What are some of those ideas that came to mind that you think you might want to talk about? Because people are always looking for how to do something. Do you ever find yourself like, if your kids have a fever and you're like, is it normal that my kid is doing this? Or how do I make this type of a fudge? Or how do I get a stain out here? What are some ways to save money doing this on my vacation? Where are some good places to go? How do I create a blog? How do I paint my room that is red that needs to turn into a different color? Like, seriously, this room, we bought this house and I've not changed it because it's such a dark red. Anyway, getting off tangent, but that's something I'm looking up. Like, how do I paint over such a dark red, and how many cans of paint will I need? This is what people write about. This is what is on the internet. People are searching for information on how to do something, and you could be that person that offers that information. I'm going to talk in this series on how that even helps you make money. Don't worry. And I'm going to talk about like if you already have a product, or if you have an MLM, or if you have something that you're doing, how all of this blends together, and how you can take what you're doing already on social media and 10x it on your blog. Okay, so I really do hope to inspire you and to help you to see that you do talk about more than you think you talk about. Okay, and the action step today is going to really help you to see what is out there for you. Now, the only way you're going to actually figure out what you really love and what you really want to talk about is just to start talking about stuff. It's just to start writing stuff. It's this process that you have to go through to find what your topic is and what resonates with people. We're going to talk a lot about in this series on how, like, who you're writing for, and what your person who reads what you write would want to know. Of course, you can talk about many types of things. You are a multifaceted person. Your life is evolving all the time. You are in one stage of your life and you're going to end up in another stage of your life. And the person who reads what you write most likely is going through that same transformation with you. So as you evolve as a person, you can evolve in what you write. So if you're fearful about starting something that you don't want to get stuck being, that person who writes about that all the time, you're like, if I start talking about this one thing, is that the one thing I'm only allowed to talk about? No, you don't have to do that. You can write about many things as long as you keep in mind who your reader is. Now, I'm aware on even in my own journey, I initially came online talking about how to set up your Facebook profile, how to set up a business page, how to connect authentically on social media, and to have people friend requesting you, and how to, brand yourself, and, how to start making money on Facebook. That's what I started talking about because that's what I was doing. I was sharing with everybody what I was doing. Now I'm repeating myself and I'm saying, okay, now I'm going to shift to blogging. I'm sharing what I'm doing. Now I may lose people who aren't interested in that, but that's okay because that opens up a whole new opportunity for me to connect with people who do want to do that. And then I'm going to connect with people who want to continue to use Facebook and want to learn how to use Pinterest and want to learn how to use YouTube and want to leverage what they create to work for them, to have it become searchable, to have it, become something that people find online, and that leads them down a little rabbit trail to finding more information about them, about me. That's what I'm doing, so that I'm not constantly messaging people and trying to get people in front of me, in front of my products and on my links and in my websites. People are searching for me. It's kind of always what I've done. Like I've always done that on Facebook, where I make it so that people are messaging me. I, would rather know that people want to come towards me, that people want what I have. I'm not a hard seller. It just isn't who I am. I am too much of a soft heart and an empath, and my true motivation, my true goal is to help somebody. And if I put myself out there in a way that lets that person know it's safe to message me and I'm going to help them in this particular way, that's how I operate, okay? And that's all I've ever taught, is just what I do and how that works. As quirky as I am or as simple as I am, I don't care. You don't want to hide who you really are when you're doing your business anyways. That is the beauty of working from home. That is the beauty of using social media. That is the beauty of writing your own blog, because your quirkiness, your uniqueness is what is going to bring people to you. If you sound and look like everyone else, like, you're going to blend in. It's going to be like white noise. You don't want to do that. Yeah, there's going to be a ton of people talking about maybe something similar to what you're talking about, but they don't talk about the topic in the way you talk about it. So your activity today is to think about what are the things that you like and that you feel really good about, and what is your motivation behind all of that? What do you hope to accomplish even in your own business right now? And if you don't necessarily have a business but you want to have a business, what do you like helping people with? What's your jam, So explore this. If you're having a hard time, what I want you to do is just write out all these ideas. I asked you to do that yesterday, just to write out all these ideas, that parts of yourself. Just write them out, even if they seem silly. Just write them out, and then circle the ones you like the best about your, maybe you think you could really start to write about and help people with. And then once you've done that, start going, in the Facebook groups, looking up your topic. Maybe put up a word that would trigger a group to pop up or a post to come up, and see what people say about this topic and see what questions people are asking about this or that they have a hard time with. You're going to laugh because you're going to see oh my God, they have a hard time with that, and that seems so simple. It seems so common sense to me. But what we think is common sense isn't. That's why people search for information. That's why they go on Pinterest. That's why they go on YouTube. That's why they go on Google, because they're searching for information on how to do something. So I want you right now to dig around and find what people are saying about your topic inside of Facebook groups maybe, or on some pages that people talk about your particular thing that you are thinking of. That sounds so vague. let's say my favorite example is how to make a macaroon. Like you're a person who makes, imagine you're a person who makes a macaroon, and you search macaroons in the Facebook search bar. You're going to see a whole bunch of things come up about macaroons. There's one particular group that I found where there's a post that has like 4,000 comments or something ridiculous. It's crazy. In those comments is where people are they're saying the questions that they want to know about. Okay, they're asking questions. You can go inside of any group. Let's say you're in a mom group and people are talking about how do you pump while traveling? Okay, maybe you're an expert. You figured out how to be an expert at pumping while traveling. You don't have to be an expert in every topic you talk about. You just have to know a little bit more than the person who's reading your blog. So this is your action step today, is to look for what people need help with that you might know something about, So far up to this point in this series, you will have discovered what is your motivation behind building a blog. What are things that you like talking about or you help people with? What do people come to you naturally for because you're good at it, What do you find yourself talking about a lot? And then today what I want you to do is to research a little bit about what questions people are asking around what you think might be common sense or something that you're really into, okay? And when you look around these groups and these posts where people are, I can't talk. I laugh so hard because you ever see those posts where like there's a meme that says, "I'm just here for the comments"? I want you to be that person. I want you to go and be that person that's just here for the comments. You don't have to engage. You don't have to do anything like that. Just read what people are actually asking and see where you can answer those questions, okay? And your project today is to write out 10. Write out 10 questions around your topic ideas, multiple ideas if you want to see what questions you could answer. Okay, if you have like 14 things that you're looking up or you're thinking about, do all 14 and see how many questions you can get for each topic. If you find yourself being able to come up with like more questions about one particular topic, or you find one particular topic more exciting to maybe talk about, maybe you found your topic idea. Maybe you found what you should be blogging about. Or maybe there's 4 that you like. Maybe there's 6. The thing is, it's okay. When you're starting off, you can just start writing about whatever you want, okay? And then when the process of writing is going to lead you to where you should stay, where you should move towards, okay? And no, you're not going to be stuck with those topics forever. You can evolve. Everybody evolves. As long as you're thinking of your readers. We'll get to that. Don't overwhelm yourself. Today, focus, 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 focus. Take your ideas, your topics that you've written out. Maybe you have like 25 things. Circle like 3 or 4 or 5 that you think are like the coolest. And then go search around and see like, what are people asking? What do people want to know about this that, is out there? And then see if you can come up with 10 questions, which would lead to then blog posts around whichever topic you're thinking of. Notice how you feel about it. Notice if it makes you excited. Notice if, you're like, oh my God, I totally love making macaroons and I could talk about macaroons until the cows come home. Like, I literally love this. Or if you're talking about, parenting, for example, like I'm a mom, so I'm thinking of parenting, and you can see yourself talking about your, where you're at right now with your babies, and then you can see yourself evolving and talking about them being as toddlers and then preschoolers and then on and on and on and on. Oh my gosh, it's literally limitless, and it doesn't matter if someone else has blogged about it. It does not matter. If someone is talking about it or blogging about it, it means there are people who want to know about the topic. And hopefully by searching all these Facebook groups today and posts, you'll even see even more. It'll validate even more that people need your help. This is what they're doing when they go to Google. They're going to search for help on how to do this. You can be that person that they find. You. With that, I'm sending you off. Cheers. Go get to work, and I'll see you on the next video.